What up everyone, it's your man Xman87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends news video, and what I have for you today is the 20th of the month reveal, and it's the X-Men 275 Gambit. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, with that said, let's talk about it. These 20th anniversary reveals have been dominated by X-Men characters, so we get another here to celebrate next year's 60th anniversary of X-Men. This Jim Lee X-Men 275 Blue and Yellow Strike Team Gambit is on what I'm just going to call the new X-Men body with these molded straps, since they're all sharing it now. He's got a great new head sculpt, which I feel is better than the last two. Our first Gambit with the digital face print. Yeah, he looks a little bit older, but I'm okay with that, as he put in years with the Thieves Guild before joining the X-Men. It shows his experience. Same accessories as before, but with an added satchel, but no coat this time, which this is how he looked on that 275 cover. This is Hasbro's first jacketless Gambit. They can always add a coat later on if they want, since he wore that over this costume too. But I won't wait for that, as I'll buy a custom fabric coat for it. Not up for pre-order yet, but this should be in a 3-pack with the latest 275 Banshee and Storm that were recently revealed, slated to be released sometime next year. Now we just play the waiting game for the rest of the team. I believe Psylocke, Jubilee Forge, and I think that's it, if I'm forgetting anyone from that team. Unless they want to add Rogue, Cyclops, and Jean later in that run, but I think they're just gonna stick with the cover. I'm happy with this, since I've been in a Gambit kick lately, going back and rereading a lot of his major storylines. Plus, I just got my Gambit and Rogue tribute tattoo. My tattoo artist Jet Black Ninja has been crushing it with these Jim Lee styles. Once the sleeve is done, the card will have the kinetic crackle effect surrounding it. For now, he just put a glow on the inside. Looks red because my skin is irritated to shit, but it'll turn hot pink once it's healed up. So yeah, I'm excited to get this sleeve done, and I'll show you guys once it's fully done. Also, I just want to note that Hasbro is almost done with checking off all of the 2008 Toy Fair fan vote casting. All that is left is Lilandra. Since we are on the topic of X-Men and celebrating its 60th anniversary, let's talk about that Amazon exclusive 5-pack, since I didn't get a chance to, as I was extremely busy. I covered Pretty Boy and Strife already when they were revealed, but the accessories for Strife was revealed. Just alt hands. I was hoping for an unmasked head. Sure, you can put a cable head on it, but I wanted one with their new digital print style. At least they retooled the body to make him pinless. Did you prefer a leaner Strife or a bulky one like this? He was drawn both ways, so they wouldn't be wrong however they did it. I prefer him bulky to match Cable. Hopefully he's the same height as Cable, which the last one was about the same height. Zero is on the Spider UK body. I mean, what else are you going to do with his blank design? Can't expect an all new sculpt for a character like this. The character looks like he's supposed to. He comes with fists and flight hands. Best accessory reuse here for him, which is the portal effect that came with the Defender Strange. Has a cool crackle effect at the bottom. I love it. And I'll be putting this guy on my Deadpool shelf. Vertigo. Vertigo was just a less than half-ass effort. They used the 2019 Sue Storm head and just painted the hair green. This is one of the biggest bullshit repaints I've ever seen. They didn't even try. Like, do they take pride in making shit like this? Give it her own damn face, for crying out loud. That's what makes the character. She looks like a sweetheart instead of a girl who wants to disorientate me with nausea. It's not even pinless. Damn. Just fists for accessories. Since they used Sue Storm's head, they might as well give her that same force field bubble effect and paint it with green swirls around it, but nope. No effort made whatsoever. Only upside is getting to build Sinister's Marauders. And finally, Random! If you saw my X-Men wishlist video, then you know that Random was in my top 5. I'm happy, but conflicted at the same time. Happy because it's random, and as a fan, it hits the nostalgic geek spot for me, as this was one of my favorite vintage Toy Biz figures, if not my favorite one. But as a reviewer, I try not to be blinded by nostalgia and call it down the middle. Sure, I wanted his over-exaggerated proportions of the 90s, but this is still comic accurate to how he looks in more modern comics. They went off his look in Generation Hope, I want to say, where he's much leaner and looks exactly like the figure. So I have to call it for what it is. Like I said in my Riot review, that's why I provided the facts, just to point out that he did look like this, because there are folks that don't read the comics or just went off of one or few pictures they saw in the past, not having any knowledge of other depictions afterwards. He's on the Endgame Wave Hercules body, which is a great choice for that depiction. I'm a fan of this buck, so it's nice to see it again. Reusing that Rage jacket and belt, but also new parts added onto it, like the knees and boots and the barbed wire wrapped around his left arm. He has his multi-cannon arm too, which is very important, so that looks good. Again, it's the same as his Generation Hope look. I love the tattoos, man. They look spot on and clean. The head sculpt is awesome with the shades and the do-rag. He's got a slight 5 o'clock shadow. No accessories though, so we don't get a screaming alt head or maybe one smoking a cigarette or cigar, but I don't think they can promote that, right? Might have to rely on a customizer for that one. No protoplasmic projectiles either, so we'll have to see if those Iron Man effects work here. Yeah, only downside for me is no accessories. Overall, I'm happy with this random figure. I'd love to see a 90s version one day, but for now, I need this random in my collection. The 5-pack is already up for pre-order on Amazon and other fan channel sites. It's slated to release in spring 2023 and will retail for $124.99. Here to bring you a channel update, I'm going to try and work on a review of the new G.I. Joe Classified series Serpentor this week. But before that, I'm going to try something new on the channel, a different format which I'll call a speedrun review. This won't be for every video, but it's something to just get straight to the point. No story time, photos, pros and cons, articulation, etc. None of what you normally get in a full review. Just covering everything I can and review it in about 5 minutes or so. My first take on that will be on the new Spider-Man vs. Rogues Gallery multi-pack, so stay tuned. Also, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. It's been reported that he died by suicide. Damn, his brother died by suicide also, and I remember him saying he didn't want to go out like that. It just goes to show that you never know what's going on in someone's head. I don't know if some of you know, but I almost died of suicide in the past, so I'm always bringing mental health awareness all year around. I do my best to volunteer for suicide prevention charities and such for communities. Always important to listen and hear those around you out. I've been vocal about this in the past, that if you ever feel you need to be heard, if you got something going on, just reach out to me in my IG DMs. I always do my best to respond, even with flooded messages, but I'm all ears and will listen to comfort you. But of course, if it's something major, and if you're going through a crisis, please call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. I'll leave the contact info right here. We're not promised tomorrow, so it's the best I can do. I love making a difference in this world as a great human being. This sucks. I'm heartbroken. First Kevin Conroy and now JDF. I lost 2 of my childhood heroes in about a 1-week span. May they finally find the peace they are looking for. Rest in power, my friends. Now I kick it back to you. What do you think of this 275 Gambit? And what do you think of the 60th anniversary 5-pack? Let me know what X-Men multi-pack you like to see next. Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thank you for watching another Marvel Legends news video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xmanny87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.